Welcome to the slightly sleepy market town of Chatteris in the fenlands of Cambridgeshire. Perhaps the lack of frenetic activity this morning is attributable to the fact that it's Saturday and the only remaining market here takes place on Friday. Nonetheless, it's on my list and therefore as worthy as anywhere else of 5 minutes of my, and by extension your, time. I am Alexander Ronnie, and this is my 909th Forgotten Town.
Chatteris, Cambridgeshire. Population 11,000. Rank number 872.
I have retired to the tranquility of the Church of St. Peter and St. Paul to read up briefly on the town's history and geography. The Fens of East Anglia are apparently the lowest part of the whole United Kingdom, with Chatteris and the surrounding area all being below sea level. An information panel here helpfully points out that in Neolithic times this would have been a seaside resort. However, with Neolithic man, to my knowledge, having not got around to inventing buckets, spades, fish chips, or unwinnable slot machines, it is not obvious exactly what this would have looked like. It does go on to point out, however, that by the 11th century, when the current town grew up around St. Mary's Abbey, it was already 50 miles from the sea. But due to the helpful intervention of everyone's favourite Dutch drainage engineer, Cornelis van Muyden, the Fens were turned from a pointless marshy wasteland into something approaching a prosperous agricultural area. And the legacy is evident today in such excitingly named local watercourses as the 40-foot drain and the 16-foot drain. I have located something of a first. A coronation bus stop, initially erected in memory of the coronation of Her late Majesty in 1953, and now redecorated with a tribute to His Majesty King Charles III, with an appropriately amateurish painting and lots of red, white and blue. Sadly, I've just discovered that Chatteris' main tourist attraction, the Museum of Armed Policing, is not open on Saturdays. I am indebted at this point to friends of the show, Louisa and Gary, who independently reminded me of Chatteris' most prominent role in recent popular culture as the setting of Half Man, Half Biscuit's witty ditty For What Is Chatteris? What this song does do, however, is make various claims about this town which seem at face value to be slightly fanciful. The one-way system and crick barriers mentioned were not evident to this visitor. The number of butchers and chandlers has definitely been inflated, and whilst I can verify that Farrowfield's play area is rated 4.9 out of 5 on Google reviews, it is unclear whether the swings have ever won any awards. No, it's fair to say that our literate indie troubadours have possibly used poetic license in their tuneful appreciation of this location, but it's a nice enough place to amble around, and thanks to the miracle of Dutch engineering, not an unduly soggy one. Something the song does fail to mention, however, possibly due to the band's blinkered worldview or maybe due to issues with scansion, is that the town forms part of the historic Isle of Ely, traditionally under the secular jurisdiction of the Bishop of Ely. Once this was ended by the Liberty of Ely Act 1837, its independent authority remained until incorporation into Cambridgeshire in 1965. A victory for local government rationalisation, or a complete waste of time? You can probably guess my view. But anyway, we stay within these historic borders for our next show, a few short miles to the north. In the meantime, it's back to Birkenhead's finest. Carry on, boys.